welcome to yoga. Today we are going to do core and we are going to do a little bit of back work and we are going to have a good stretch as well. So let's get sat on a block if you've got one available. If not, on the floor is fine. Just find a comfortable seated position for you. So if you find that you're really tight in the hips and take the feet together, you can allow your knees to just move out. If that is uncomfortable, use blocks or cushions to support the knees. And we're just going to sit nice and tall. Get rid of the fleshy part of the bottom, find the bones, and think about really lengthening through the spine, like we've got a cord from the crown of the head, just lifting them up. And we're just going to take the shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them all the way back down. Let's go again, take them up towards the ears and all the way back down, and just take some really nice little circles, moving into that shoulder space. And then let's bring them forward. So squeeze those shoulder blades together, then roll them over the top. Okay. And then coming back to our neutral. From here, just sitting tall, engaging that core ever so lightly, closing off the eyes. And we're going to just start with some even breathing. If my pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settling into that breath pattern, nice and smooth and nice and even. And whilst your eyes are closed, I invite you to set yourself an intention for today's practice, or just simply celebrate yourself. You are worth celebrating. Okay, when you're ready, let's bring the hands to the back of the head, interlace the fingers. Think here about the elbows coming to opposite walls. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Engage the core lightly so that we're not really arching through the back. And then we're just going to drop that right elbow down and lift through the left side. Back to center, drop that left elbow down, lift through the right side. Let's go back to the other side. And then back to the left side. This time we're going to release the hands. Right hand's going to come down, left arm's going to reach over. And then switch it out. Left hand comes down and right arm is going to reach over. Just moving with what feels good for you. Fast or slow. Just finding some fluid movement into the body. Maybe starting to take the gaze towards the ceiling. Maybe starting to just open the chest up towards the ceiling as well. Noticing if one side feels better than the other, or if you feel pretty equal. Okay, coming back to the center, pausing there. Lovely. We're going to switch out those legs. Let's get ourselves nice and balanced. From here, take the hands to the back of the head, elbows away. We're going to tilt the chin to the chest, and then we're going to start to round down through the spine. Come all the way back up, lift the chin to the ceiling, lift the chest. And then let's round down nice and slowly, carefully, chin to chest, elbows in towards the ears, round through the spine. And then all the way back up. Open the elbows out. Last one, elbows come in, hug the ears, chin to chest, roll down through the spine. And then come all the way back out, open the elbows out. Take a moment, lift the chest, lift the chin, and then release. Let's take that block away. We're going to come to a tabletop position on our mat. We're going to start to move through some cat-cows, nice and slowly to start with. So checking out that the shoulders are over the wrists, we're checking that the hips are over the knees. And we're going to just take an inhale. As we do, drop the tummy, lift the gaze, open through the throat, push down through the hands. As we exhale, take the movement from the pelvis and then start to round through the spine, taking the gaze down towards the knees. Push the hands down into the mat, feel that separation through the shoulder blades. And then just working with what feels good for you, working with your own breath, working with what your body requires from you. And then maybe if you would fancy it, a little bit of a rock and roll over the wrists, if that feels good. And then perhaps sitting back into a child's pose, if that feels good, you can bend through the elbows and start to take a more circular approach. Just moving really intuitively, listening to what feels good for you and not being restricted by a particular movement. If you want to start taking some circular motions in the, I want to say in the horizontal, no, let's go vertical, then starting to move through the spine, dropping down through the elbows, pushing through the hands, just seeing what feels good, being really fluid in your movement, and then reversing it in the other direction. And then pausing at the top. We're going to take the feet together, we're going to take the knees nice and wide, and we're going to sink down into a wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Allow the head to come down towards the mat, keep the neck relaxed. Really focus in on your breathing. As you take the inhales, start to think about the breath moving through the back body. As you take the exhales, think about moving closer down towards the mat. The heels, the sit bones moving towards the heels, maybe pushing down through the fingertips, lifting through the palms just to get the weight back into the heels a little bit more, and then deepening the stretch around the shoulders. Keep the neck relaxed. Let's walk the hands over to the right hand side. Walk the left fingertips just a little bit further away. Take a deeper stretch through that left shoulder. Really nice stretch through that lower back. Think about anchoring the bottom down onto that left heel. Maybe left hand places on top of the right hand, dipping that left shoulder, push down into both hands to really anchor down through the back body. And then walk the hands through center and then over to the left hand side. And again, thinking about that right hand moving just a little bit further away, maybe lifting through the palm, find that deep stretch through that right shoulder. Maybe right hand places on top of left hand, dipping that right shoulder down into the mat. Nice deep stretch through the shoulder space into that right side body. Push the hands down to anchor the bottom back onto the heels. Keep the neck relaxed, the breath smooth. And then walk the hands back through center. We're going to come into our tabletop pose here. From here, we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to engage the core, push the hands into the mat and hover your table so the knees are lifted. If this feels a little bit too much, take the knees down, that's fine. We're going to extend the right leg away, push through that right heel. Keeping the hips level, so that core has to be working really hard. Focus in on the breath. That right foot comes back in, hovered table. Left leg extends, push through that left heel. Keep breathing nice and smooth. Option to bring that right knee down if you need to. And then bring that left foot back in. You're going to take the knees down, untuck the toes. We're going to extend that right arm away as that left leg disappears behind us. Reaching forward and pushing back. From here, we're just going to take a really fluid motion as we bring the hands and knees in and then extend away. Really just moving through the motions, finding that core activation as the knee and the hands come in, but really finding that support through the back body as we move through this motion. We're going to pause back, extended, reach forward with the fingertips, pushing back with the heel of that left leg. And then we're going to take it wide. Right hand comes wide, left leg comes wide. Core is strong, okay? That left glute is working hard. Back to center. Let's take it wide again. We're going to go for 3. We're on number 2. Keep the neck nice and long, gaze between where the hands would be. Back to center. And now take it wide. Last one here. Keep that left leg hovered, lifting, glute working hard. Back to center. Right hand is going to come down. Bend at the knee, lift through the heel. A little bit of glute work. As we lift through the heel, we're going to go for 10. Bring the knee in. For 9. For 8. Squeeze that glute. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold at the top. We're going to pulse it out. So tiny movements all from the glute, lift through the heel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee back down. Come into a narrow-legged child's pose. Bring the head down towards the mat. Take the hands behind you, palms up. Allow the shoulders to come down towards the mat too. Maybe a little bit of a rock over the shins so that you can get a little bit of movement into the body. Settle the breath. Slowly and carefully coming all the way back out. Bring those hands back down, find your table. Okay, we'll go on the other side. This time round, we're going to extend that left arm away and we're going to extend through the right leg. Wrap that core in super tight, okay? So here we go. If we find that the core is beginning to, I want to say deactivate, then just take that leg down if you need to. All right, here we go. We're going to just start to move. The hand and the foot comes in. Thinking about that work that the back is doing to stabilize, whilst the core is working hard too. So we are one power unit at the moment. All right. When you're ready, last one, we're going to pause back, extend through the fingertips and push back through the heel. Check that core is switched on. Let's take it wide now. Holding it there. Body down the center line, bring it back. 2 more. Let's take it wide. And back. Last one. Let's make it count. Let's take it wide, holding there. Back to your center. Left hand comes down. Right knee bends. All that work in the glute. Are you ready? We're going to lift for 10. Bring it down. Kick up for 9. And down. For 8. And down. For 7. And down. For 6. And down. For 5. And down. For 4. And down. For 3. And down. For 2. And down. And for 1. And down. Let's lift one more time. Hold it there. We're going to start to pulse through the heel. Glutes are going to be working. They're going to be burning. Here we go. For 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down together. Let's take those feet together. Take the knees as wide as the mat. Sink down into a wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands away from you. Get as flat onto the mat as you can. Find that length through the spine. Relax into the breath. Okay, let's come all the way back out, back into our table. All right, here we go. We're going to start to open out to the left side. We're going to take the hand to the back of the left ear. Open the chest to the left side. Take that left elbow across towards the right. Open back out to the left, okay? Thinking here about the work the obliques are doing as we open to the side. Here we go. We're going to go for 5 and open. For 4 and open. For 3 and open. For 2 and open. For 1 and open. This time lift the arm to the ceiling. Take a gaze up towards the ceiling. Pause here. And now we're going to thread that left arm through and underneath the right. Come to rest on that left shoulder. Then walk that right hand away. As you rest and thread the needle, perhaps move that right leg away, extending through the leg and pushing through the heel. Just settling into the breath. And then slowly pushing down through that right hand, bend at that the right knee if the leg is extended, draw that left arm out, come back into your table. This time we'll go on the other side. The right hand to the back of that right head, not right head, just the head. And then from here, extend the elbow to the ceiling. Draw that right elbow towards the left. Open out. We're going to go for 5. Here we go. For 5 and open. For 4 and open. For 3, open. For 2, open. For 1, open. Pause there. Extend that right hand to the ceiling. Take a gaze up towards the ceiling too if it feels good. Hold it there. Take a breath. Right hand comes underneath the left. Come in to thread the needle. Extend the left arm away. And then extend that left leg away too. Keep the hips level. Push through the heel. Maybe spidering up the fingers on that left side if it feels good. And then take that left knee back down, push down through that left hand, draw the right arm out. Okay, let's find our down dog. Tuck the knees, engage the core, find your hovered table, pause here. Take a moment, take a breath, enjoy that feeling of strength. Send the chest back towards the thighs, push down through the heels. Sit onto the heels, find a stretch through the Achilles, through the calves. That deep stretch into the shoulders. And then float the bottom high. Walk out the heels one at a time. And then pause there. Enjoy your down dog. Maybe a shake of the head, a nod of the head. Take a breath. Release through the mouth. Sigh it all away. Okay, right leg is going to come high. Reach the toes to the ceiling. Keep the hips level. Then open the hips to the right side. Drop that right foot towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes. Push the hips forward. Find the quad stretch and the groin stretch. And then that right knee is going to come forward high on the right elbow, over to the left elbow, over to the right elbow, back to your three-legged dog. So for two more, right knee high on that right elbow, across to the left side, over to the right, and high. Last one, right knee, right elbow, left elbow, right elbow. This time drop the knee behind the right wrist and the foot comes down. Let's find a pigeon. We're going to keep that back knee lifted to start with and take the hands to the mat. Just move over the toes to safely move through that hip space. Keep the core engaged so that we don't dump into the lower back. We want to make sure we're still secure, we're still supporting. And then when you're ready, drop the back knee and tuck the toes. So your shin could be anywhere from parallel to the front of the mat if you're really open through the hips, all the way back here. It doesn't matter. You want to find that stretch into the glutes. What we want to do is prevent us rocking over to the right side. So if you find that your right butt cheek is lifted, pop a block or a cushion under that. From here, think about the belly button and the chest moving forward so you don't dump into the lower back. And then if you're happy to move down onto the forearms, then do. If you're happy to move down, make a little pillow with the hands, then do. Whatever feels good for you. Whilst we're here, I want you to take a little bit of a body scan. Starting from the foundations, from the feet, working all the way up the body. Just noticing what feels good, what feels challenged, maybe what feels tight. If you've got areas of tightness that you could then ease back on, then please do. We don't want to be like holding our breath because it's just uncomfortable. We want to feel free in this movement. We want to feel good enough that we can relax into it. Visualize sending your breaths to your hips. With every exhale, perhaps sinking just a little bit lower down into the mat as your body begins to accept the position you're in. Okay, slowly beginning to make our way out of the shape, bringing the hands down from here. We're going to just push down into the hands as we tuck the back toe, lift through the back knee, engage the core, find your way back into a down dog. And then start to move those heels, pedaling them out, wiggle through the bottom, releasing through the spine. Take a moment to sink the heels towards the mat. Remember, always an option to take a nice deep bend into the knees to get a deep stretch through the hamstrings, through the calves and the Achilles. Okay, let's go on the other side. That left leg is going to lift high, keep the hips level to start with. Open the hips to the left side, drop that foot behind you. Left foot comes in towards the bottom, squeeze the glutes, move the hips forward. Finding the quad stretch and the groin stretch. And now a little bit of core work. That left knee comes high, up on that left elbow, across to the right side, over to the left, back to your three-legged dog. Two more. Here we go. Left knee, left elbow, to the right side, high on the left side, all the way back. Last one. Left knee, left elbow, right side. This time, left knee comes behind the left wrist and the foot comes wherever is comfortable. Keeping that back knee lifted, just roll over the toes to find the hip stretch, that movement through the hip. Nice and safely. You've got the hands down, you can feel secure, but also free, just to explore that area. And then when you're ready, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Again, we're thinking about lifting and lengthening, thinking about the belly button or the chest moving forward so that we have space through the spine. We don't want to crunch down. And then starting to find a place that you are happy to rest in. Again, if you need to prop that left butt cheek up with a block or a cushion to prevent you from rolling over, then do. We want to keep those hips as level as we can. And then like the other side, we want to give ourselves an opportunity just to take a bit of a body scan, see how we feel. Easing back on any areas of tension, visualizing your breath coming towards the hips. And then slowly coming all the way back out, hands come down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, engage the core, come back into a down dog and pedal out those heels. Okay, from here, we're going to take that right foot through the hands. Keep that left hand down, extend the right hand towards the ceiling. Come into a twist. Take a breath here. And then from here, right hand is going to plant down. We're going to make our way into a standing split. So we're going to push down through that right foot, use the hands for some support, engage the core, you'll want that. We're going to lift the left leg towards the ceiling. If you are feeling confident and super balanced, you can take the hands to the back of the right leg, or even just one to draw the chest closer towards the shin. Squeeze the glute to lift through that left leg. Focus on something that's not moving. Find strength and stability through the standing leg. And then find your lunge one more time. Keep the hands down. Move through the hip space. Take the hands flat. Take the right foot to join the left. Find a down dog. Walk the heels out. And then this time round, that left foot is going to come through the hands. Take that right hand down as we open towards the left side, bringing the chest round. Think strong back leg. Push through the back heel, lift through the back kneecap towards the ceiling. Open the gaze towards the ceiling if it feels good. Option to take that back knee down if it feels better for you. And then coming into a standing split. Hands are down, strong left leg. Okay, here we go. Take the strength into that standing leg. Bring that right leg up towards the ceiling. Doesn't matter how low it is, we're taking the weight into that left leg and squeezing that right glute to lift through the back leg. Hands can come towards the back of the left leg to draw the chest down towards the shin. And then both hands come down, take a strong step back into that back foot. Take a moment to move through the hips. Hands come down, left leg comes down, find your plank. Nice and strong here. You know what your plank should look like. Push the hands down, separate the shoulder blades. Push back with the heels, glutes are switched on, core switched on. Take the weight forward, elbows close to the body, lower down. Untuck the toes. Okay, from here, let's take the hands behind us, palms up. As we take an inhale, squeeze the glutes. Visualize the crown of the head moving towards the front wall. As we inhale, peel the shoulders and chest off the mat and the feet too. Moving the fingertips towards the heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Option to bring the feet in or leave them flat, entirely up to you. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Squeeze those glutes, push down the pubic bone into the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Really draw those shoulder blades back and down. And lower, last one. Inhale to lift, lengthen. Can we come up just a little bit higher? And lower, bring the hands to a pillow, rest the head. Bring those knees, feet up, windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. Okay, from here, take the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows to the back of the room. Tuck the toes, engage the core. Push up through the hands. You option to keep the knees down if you would prefer. Into your plank pose. We're going to hang out here for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take the knees down, cross the ankles, and then come to sit down on the bottom. Okay, from here, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take the block between the knees so that we're going to be squeezing that block. If you don't want to use a block, that's absolutely fine too. Okay, we're going to lay ourselves down onto our mat, and then we're going to draw the knees up. Okay, so the knees are stacked over the top of the hips and our legs are at right angles. Squeeze that block so it's not going anywhere. We're then going to sit up, lifting the head and the shoulders, and we're just going to pulse tiny little sit-ups here. Push that lower back into the mat for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees in towards you. Make little circles on the lower back if that feels good. Taking it in the other direction. Okay. And then from here, we're just going to extend that right leg away. Draw that left knee in towards the shoulder. Push through both heels. Keep the shoulders back and down and an open chest. Visualize the spine being as long as it can be. Crown of the head reaching towards that top wall. And then releasing, right hand takes the outside of that left knee, draw it across the body, extend the left hand away, gaze over those fingertips. And then coming all the way back. Extend that left leg away, right knee is going to come in towards you. Knee in towards the shoulder, shoulders back and down. Heels pushing away from you. Nice long spine. And then release. That left hand takes the outside of the knee, bring it across to the left side. Right hand extends, gazing over those right fingertips. And then coming all the way back round. From here, I'd urge you to just make any final adjustments that you might need to. Maybe curling yourself into a ball or simply windscreen wipering those legs from side to side. Just resetting the body, doing what you need to do. And then when you're ready, just making your way down into a comfortable position that you can be in to enjoy a little bit of relaxation that you've worked so hard for. So closing off your eyes, bringing your attention into the flow of your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel each breath in and feel each breath out. Allow your body to be still. As you rest in your mind's eye, picture the most beautiful mountain scene that you have ever seen. Hold that image there. Let it become closer, gradually clearer in your mind's eye. Observe its overall shape, reaching high up into the sky, and then that large base rooted deep into the earth. Strong foundations, unwavering, secure, dependable. It is beautiful close up. It is beautiful from far away. Perhaps your mountain has snow on the top, maybe trees on the lower slopes. Maybe there is one prominent peak, or perhaps more of a rolling landscape. Either way, it is beautiful, awe-inspiring. Take a breath as you absorb the view. Take it in, the details. Imagine, just for a moment, being sat on the summit. This strong, unmovable landscape. And you are sat there, enjoying the beauty close up. From there, you can look out. Perhaps you notice the birds, the clouds, the silence. Breathe in and you breathe out. For a moment, reflect on how strong and dependable you are. There are many similarities between the mountain and yourself. Beautiful, powerful, unwavering in the support that you provide others. As you take in these final moments of your relaxation, revisit your intention from the beginning of practice today. Enjoy it. And then when you're ready, starting to open your willingness to the outside world, starting to realize the sounds in your environment, the smells, beginning to bring life to the body as you wiggle the toes and the fingertips, starting to lengthen through one side and then the other. And then when you're ready, slowly and carefully begin to awaken the body and make your way back up to a seated position. And I will be there.